Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Vintage Cube Draft where we have a real stinker of a pack to start. One of the least good first picks I've seen in a while. No good lands, no broken blue cards, no really good aggressive cards, no counter magic, no good removal. I think I'm going to take Seasoned Pyromancer just for power level. It is a good card. I think it's the most powerful card in the pack, at least in limited. Yawgmoth is really good when you totally build around it, but not a card you can really first pick. Yeah, I guess I'll take the Seasoned Pyromancer, but not a first pick I'm particularly thrilled with. This goes in a lot of different decks. It's a decent 3-drop in just mono-red aggro. It's very good in black-red Reanimator. It's good for turning through your deck in red-green, red and 6 to find your key lands. And, you can like discard cards and then bring them back with life from the loam and whatnot. So a lot of different directions we can go with this card. Speak of the devil, there's the Wren, which I think I will take here. Not too interested in the Soulscar Mage. We could take Chrome Mox if we just wanted to be as fast as possible, but I think red-green is a really good color combination, way better than it has been historically. Taking Wren early is a little weird because it's only good if you get the fetch lands. I typically prefer to get the fetch lands first and then take the Wren, but I think I will take this here and then just move fetch lands somehow even higher in my pick order. Not much red here, but I see a lot of green. So we could take, I think I'm just going to take Finhorned Elves here. I like Court of Garenbrig a lot in some decks. That is a card we could end up playing. Also, kind of a late preordain. We could just take that and go Teamer, but with no fetch lands, I think that's a little greedy. So we'll take the Elf. And we'll see. We could pivot towards more of a base green deck if green is really open. This season Pyromancer was not a committal pick. Sometimes you take a card that's so strong you're willing to really warp your deck around it to play it, but in this case, I'll go where the open tides take me, and if green is the open lane, then we don't need to play double red card necessarily. Okay, now I see a few options. Couple red cards, neither of which look amazing, but it is good to see some red cards going around. There's actually Grist, which is very good with Pyromancer, also good with Wren. It does put us into a third color, but Jund is pretty sweet. We could also take Sylvan Library or Once Upon a Time, but I actually think I like taking the Grist here. Yeah, baby, we may be Junding. A lot of black in this pack too. Yeah, I just think black-green does seem kind of like an open lane. Now there's Insidious Roots and Elvish Mystic. Also Yavimaya, which would be okay. I'm going to take the Mystic and then potentially try to wheel the Roots. Not a card that I have played with ever, actually. But Jund is a good color combination for it in theory. Let's start with this, though. Now we see probably just Commercial District. Wouldn't mind a Flame Tongue Kavu. That is a late Exhume, but I don't think that's the direction we should go here. Yeah, I'm going to take Commercial District. If it was like Reanimate, I would take it. But Exhume is really only good in a very dedicated Reanimator deck, which we could try to pivot to, but we're more base green than base like Reanimatory stuff, so let's just take the Commercial District. Good pickup. Now we'll take Nurturing Peatland. There's also Reminep Excavator, but we don't even have the fetch lands yet, so we'll take the land that you can actually recur first. Okay, Liliana, Troll, and Asika's Chariot, all pretty good. I want to take Liliana. That's what my heart says. My brain says maybe take the Troll for fixing, but I do like Liliana is great with Wren, great with Pyromancer, just a good card, and it's just like so Jund. I can't do it. I can't pass this card. Nice. Now I'll take Raging Ravine. There's also a Yawgmoth, which is actually a card we could maybe play, but I'm taking Ravine. Alright, this is sweet. I love Jund. Alright, kind of a funny pick here. These cards are pretty similar. I think Sentinel of the Nameless is a little bit better. Yeah, I'll take the Sentinel. Pretty good card, honestly. Comes down, has an enter the battlefield effect, essentially draws cards, and also creates tons of board presence. This can very quickly be a 5/6. Okay, nice. Court of Garenbrig wheeled. I'll take that pretty happily. There's also Hooting Mandrills, which could become good, but yeah, let's take the court. Now, we are a little heavy on 3s, which is not always where you want to be, but in this case, it actually looks pretty good when we have a couple 1-drop accelerants. I don't want to end up with 11 3-drops, but I'm totally content playing all 5 of these. Now I'll take it Once Upon a Time. There's also Stitcher Supplier, but I don't think we're going that deep. If we already had Hogak, I might take this, but Once Upon a Time is a good pickup. Now there's Roots versus Yavimaya. Interesting pick. I think I'm going to take the Avimaya. We just passed the Supplier. We could have taken Supplier into Roots, but I think I'd rather just solidify the mana base a bit. I think I'll take the Stalker over the Clearing, but not planning on playing it in the main deck. Bitter Reunion I might play, actually. Just card selection. Okay, easy Wooded Foothills here. Great pickup. There's also Chain Lightning, which I would play. Might play Inti or Concealing Curtains, but definitely taking the fetch here. There's Raucous Theater, which I think I will take. The alternative would be Birds of Paradise, but this is a third tapped land, which I don't love, but we need a black fetchable land, so this will help a lot with that. Could also just be red-green. We don't have to play black, but actually maybe Birds of Paradise is really important. Yeah, you know what? We should take the birds in this deck with all these 3-drops. Hopefully Raucous Theater comes around, but I don't want to... I think there's a chance Birds of Paradise would actually come around, but I don't want to risk it. It's really, really important for this deck. Nice. Now we get rewarded by seeing a Blood Crypt. A lot of good stuff here. Oh, wait. Maybe we take the Hierarch over Blood Crypt. It's the perfect orc. Yeah, I think I actually am going to do that. And then hope to wheel Blood Crypt, Mind Twist, or Oliphant. These are just two... Like, they are also fixing is the thing. I wouldn't take a Llanowar Elves over these really good black-red lands, but a dork that adds all colors, it goes a long way. Okay, a lot of reasonable considerations here, but I think I'm going to take Questing Beast. Very, very powerful card. I'm also looking at, like, Delayed Blast Fireball, maybe Tenacious Underdog, maybe Bitter Blossom, but I think this card's pretty underpowered. But Questing Beast is great. Let's just take this. Also especially good with Exalted. Now we see Deathrite Shaman. That's pretty interesting. There's also Tarmogoyf, Grief, Skoos. But yeah, I think I'm taking the Deathrite here. This card's really good. It's better if you get more fetch lands, so hopefully we can do that. But it's totally fine just as a late game win condition as well. And we have ways to fill our graveyard outside of fetch lands too. Okay, I think I'm going to take Lava Claw Reaches here. Headliner Scarlet and Burst Lightning are both considerations as well. But I do really want fixing. And also, if we get the Blossoming Tortoise, that goes infinite with Lava Claw Reaches. And just Jund is a deck that likes to have man lands. We do have 3 tapped lands now. We could play up to 4 maybe, but I don't have too many. So hopefully we can get some, get mostly untapped lands from here. Also, we have very little removal. So that's a pretty high priority. I know I passed a Burst Lightning. I passed a decent amount of red removal. Which is fine. I like where we're at, but I do want to get at least 3 removal spells, so I'm going to start prioritizing that much more highly as we get further in the draft if we still don't have any. Okay. Could take Smuggler's Copter here, or Soul Guide Lantern. I like the Copter, but I think I'm actually taking Lantern here. Having a bit of graveyard hate goes a long way. The Scavenging Ooze might not come around. Yeah, close pick, but I'm going to take the Soul Guide. I really like having a bit of graveyard hate. Okay, Pyrokinesis. I don't think we have the red mana for that. So Satyr Wayfinder versus Sharp-Eyed Rookie. I don't care too much about Raphaelos. I think I might take the Sharp-Eyed Rookie here. Yeah, we don't have a ton of things that level it up yet, but we will get more, and it's a pretty powerful card. I think I'll take Concealing Curtains now. Probably not playing it in the main deck, but it's not a bad card to have access to. Nice. We do wield the Raucous Theater. I'd maybe play the Outland Liberator too, but we'll take this. Hopefully we get the Blood Crypt as well. That is now 4 tapped lands. We have the red-green man land and Surveil land, and then same for Rakdos. Unfortunately, we don't see the Blood Crypt on the wheel. We could take Lush Portico if we want to keep open a potential White Splash. I think I'm just going to take the Pack Rat, though. Probably not a card for the main deck, but a good sideboard card at least. Now I'll take the Lay Blast Fireball. A lot of reasonable considerations here, but that's a nice removal spell. Now I'll take Scavenging Ooze. Axonel, sure. Last pick, Iara. Okay, solid pack. The lack of removal is the only weakness of this deck, but we have a great bunch of accelerants, good threats that close out the game quickly, a lot of planeswalkers, pretty good fixing. But yeah, fixing and cheap removal is the name of the game here. Wow. Well, this is an incredible pack. I'm hoping to wield the Blossoming Tortoise. Not going to take it here, but it should come around. There's Fable of the Mirror Breaker, which is just busted. Prismatic Vista, Urborg, Duress, Necromancy, Sheoldred. All really good cards. I think Fable is just too good to pass. It's one of the only spells I would take over a fetch land, but especially with all these accelerants to play it on turn 2, this card is so powerful. Yeah, I'm taking the Fable here. Close pick. This pick is a little less good. There's Pile On, which is a good removal spell. Actually, quite a good removal spell. Titania and Wren. I think I'm taking Blooming Marsh, though, actually. And then hoping to wheel one of the black cards or the red cards. I like having some untapped green sources for turn 1. Okay. Not the best pack here. We're not really a Lumberjack deck. We're not ramping up that high. I think I'm just going to take Generous Ent. You can find green-red. It actually cannot find black yet. I think it's still the pick, though, over Pest Infestation or Lotus Cobra or something. Yeah, we'll take this. Hopefully we get a black land that we can fetch. Oh, baby. I mean, I'm taking Minskin Boo. Strip Mine would be amazing in our Wren and 6 deck. There's also Blackleaf Cliffs and Loam. But, yeah, we're taking Minskin Boo. That is the best thing we could get. It's pretty much any time you draft red-green, it's with the implicit assumption that you really, really hope you get this card. And we did. It's even better when we have lots of ways to ramp into it early. Now we see Witherbloom Command, another Elf, Gaia's Cradle, Cavalier of Thorns. Is Cradle good in this deck? We have a decent amount of cheap accelerants, but the thing is we don't really have a use of getting tons of mana at the moment, at least. Might still be worth it, though. No, I think I'm actually going to take Witherbloom Command. We also still could cut black. Really, like, if we cut Lily, we were just splashing for Grist, and we have 1, 2... Like, we could still play black off of just this, basically. Maybe that is right. And then we take just another Dork. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Close pick. Liliana's good, but this just makes the mana so much better. Now we can take Marsh Flats, which gets Raucous Theater. But I guess that's... We don't have a black-green land to fetch. I probably will play, like, 1 Swamp. Yeah, let's take this. I really want to be able to play fetches in my Wren deck. There's Badlands. Okay, that makes the black splash back online. Nice. Hierarch, Voidwalker, Chandra. I think I'm actually going to take Chandra. We have so many dorks already. I would maybe play Hierarch, but we have a bunch. And a few more, like, threats that take over the game seem good. Now we can take the Tortoise. Nice. Gives us a little infinite combo. Wren or Titania? I think I like Titania a little bit more, actually. It's lower curve, and I like having a lot of Planeswalkers in this deck. We also don't have a ton of fetch lands for the Titania. Okay, I'll take Lumberjack, I think. Not going to play it in the main deck, but we can bring it in matchups where I just want to be as explosive as possible. Okay, so right now we just played this with 7... Actually, we could play 16 lands in this deck with Generous Ent. Okay, nice. Blackleaf Cliffs, that helps. Fixing looking pretty good. Witherbloom Command. There's also Woe Strider, but I think Command is slightly better. Especially because we're relatively low on removal. So we just play this with 5 basics at the moment. And if, say we played 0 swamps, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black sources already. So I think we actually can potentially play Liliana. Interesting. I'm actually going to take Legolas's Quick Instincts, weirdly. I don't even know if I'll play it in the main deck, but it is basically a removal spell, and we don't have much removal. Do we get to play Liliana in this deck? I think so. Maybe over Sharp-Eyed Rookie. It didn't really get there. I do like this card a lot, but the only things that trigger it are Sentinel of the Nameless, Questing Beast, Blossoming Tortoise. That's pretty much it. Okay, so Heavy's green by a lot. This gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, Martial Arts does not make green. 1. Yeah, we saw a Temple Garden that actually would have helped us in the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's at like the bare minimum I would play. Kind of want more. For red, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's fine. For black, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we can cut the swamp for another forest. And we'll run like this. John's time, baby. Let's go. See you in round 1. Alright, we're on the play for round 1 with a good hand. Turn 2, Court of Garenbrig on the play is awesome. We don't have all our colors. If they play like a turn 1 creature, then this hand all of a sudden falls apart. I guess we could play Ooze, but really, really hoping to see a tapped land on turn 1. And if they don't, this is the sort of game that will snowball really quickly if they don't have an immediate threat. And this is why hard control decks have gotten worse. There's so many things like this that snowball so much if you're not interacting with the board as early as turn 1. Just pass. Nice. Alright, we'll play this so we have the possibility of holding up Delayed Blast Fireball next turn. Turn 2 Court. Can we get it? Let's go. Alright. I mean, yeah, it's certainly far from over, but we're in a very good position now. This is going to become a 5-5 immediately. We also have Scavenging Ooze to hit their graveyard if they're playing some graveyard shenanigans, which they probably are if they're playing black. They like their card, which is a little scary, because I have to imagine there's not that many things they would keep here. Once Upon a Time. Hopefully no Orcish Bowmasters. Actually, Bowmasters would be fine, especially if we find another red source soon. Shelldock Isle. Very slow start. Okay, Haywire Mite can take out the Court of Garenbrig. We still are the Monarch, but now we don't get the board presence aspect. Just gonna drop the Scoos and pass. Alright, I'm just gonna extend into the board. Like, if they have Toxic Deluge or something, I guess you got me. But I think if they're spending their time fighting our creatures, they're gonna lose to the Monarch. That's fine. Wall of Bridge can't put mana into Sunken Ruins. They might not realize that. Okay, sure. Couple pretty beefy blockers. Fair enough. I think I'm just gonna. Do we want to start plussing or minus? I think I'm gonna minus. It's close, but taking them off of mana is relevant. I think I'm just going to let this happen, actually, and then foretell the Delayed Blast Fireball. And leave one thing back as a potential blocker, or to exile something with Scavenging Ooze. Fable's a good draw. And the quick concession, alright. That is John at its finest, baby. Let's go. So playing against Sultai, some sort of controlling Sultai deck. Let's bring in the Soul Guide Lantern. Bit of Reunion seems kind of mid. Liliana, honestly, probably not necessary. It's a little bit hard to cast, and it's not that good on the draw. Also, if the plus could help them. Anytime where the plus can help the opponent, Liliana becomes much worse. I think I like playing Concealing Curtains here. More like targeted discard rather than getting to choose the discard. And yeah, Sharp-Eyed Rookie can stay on the sidelines for now. This deck is kind of planning on playing a 3-drop on turn 2 most games. We do have tapped lands, I guess, but still, that makes it a little worse. Okay, I will keep this hand on the strength of Once Upon a Time, hoping that this can find us a dork, especially a dork that adds red. Not as good as the last hand, and we're on the draw, but still, good hand. Alright, Give me something good. Not great, but at least it gives us a... Oh, well, actually, it is pretty. It gives us a fetch line for Ren. Now we can curve Ren and 6 into Fable and get some nice value going that way. Would love to see them go land Rafellos. Ooh, don't love to see Black Lotus. That is disastrous. 4 mana. Mind Twist me for 3. Oh, Wall of Roots, okay. Into Demonic Tutor. Not a very scary Black Lotus. Guy's Cradle into Retrofit or Foundry. Okay, that can go pretty deep. And we don't have good ways to kill artifacts, so that's a bit of a problem. I think we're graveyarding this at this point. So if they just go super wide with Retrofit or Foundry, what good ways do we have to deal with that? We don't have... I guess Blade Blast Fireball kind of does it. Luckily, they just pass. Just going to jam the Fable. Fable Ren is nice. We can just loot away lands and bring them back. And we're digging for Witherbloom Command or Delayed Blast Fireball. Ren can not really keep the servos in check. Like, if we target it, they can just sack it to make a dude. That doesn't mean they have to tap the Retrofit or Foundry and not make more. So I guess it does kind of accomplish the goal. They just conceded. That's weird. I mean, we were probably ahead, but... So we would loot away 2 lands, draw those 2, then draw this for turn, play the Tortoise. We actually had the combo pretty soon, but yeah, alright. 1-0. See you in round 2 as we seek trophy number 25. Alright, we're on the draw for round 2 with a hand that I will keep. It's not the best, but I do think it's a keep. We have a bunch of tapped lands. Once Upon a Time can hopefully dig us for an Accelerant. I will play it on turn 1 here. That sucks. Let's take, I guess, Nurturing Peatland, but that's quite a brick. I'm going to play this now because I still want to dig for a play for the turn 2. Gonna even graveyard that. I really want to play something on turn 2. We're also not going to be emptying our hand for a while, which makes Pyromancer worse. Opponent's got a Soul Ring. Don't love that. A lot of mana. A lot of mana. Wouldn't mind a red and 6 to ping this. Jeez. We're digging hard. Like, we have good card selection in the stack, but so far we really are just bricking on everything. We've looked at, what, 5, 6, 7. We've seen 8 cards, and they've all just been like lands or bad cards. Rough Triplets. Can we beat this? The only way I can think of us beating this is through a funny Tortoise combo. Maybe if we could ramp up to overloading the Delayed Blast Fireball quickly, but we're taking a ton of damage here. Yeah, turn 3 Gruff Triplets is pretty strong, I guess. Let's see, next time we get up 5 mana, still not enough. Jeez, okay, we're dead. Well, pretty strong draw from them. That is beatable maybe if we're on the play, but that would be tough. Hopefully they don't curve out that well. I think we just run it back. Get to be on the play this time. Okay, we can keep this. Gonna lead on Deathrite Shaman, and then go for turn 2 Sentinel of the Nameless, probably. We are gonna have to exile our Wooded Foothills, which is bad if we draw Ren, but still fine. Elvish Reclaimer. Okay, that should give us some fodder for our Deathrite. Alright, turn 2 Sentinel. Solid board presence. I mean, not as good as what they were doing on turn 2, but I don't hate this spot. Worth noting that we don't currently have double red, so we can't play Delayed Blast Fireball next turn unless they either exile a land or we draw an untapped land. Still, that's fine. I don't think it'll be urgent for us to do that. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Well, okay, I would officially play Delayed Blast Fireball if I could now. We can play Raucous Theater, and if we surveil over land, that would give us the red source. Yeah, I think I am going to try it. I guess that is a good draw. Maybe it's not, actually. You know what? No, I'm going to graveyard it. And then start growing this thing. Ren and 6, we can graveyard that too. If I need to go through 2 Rens. Gonna make this thing huge. Blossoming Tortoise, I will keep Blossoming Tortoise. Okay, they just pass. Let's play Lava Claw Reaches, go to combat, swing, and then I think I'm going to hold up Blade Blast Fireball and cast that in their upkeep. And I will grow this guy. I'm pretty sure they're going to sacrifice something. Bitter Union, put that in the graveyard as well. Interesting, they didn't do it. Good. I guess we get punished for that. Still feels like a good position. If they exile an instant sorcery or land, then Deathrite can put in some work. Alright. Ooh. Well, I think we have some triplets coming in. Oh, World Spine Worm? That's fine. Maybe. I think it's fine. So we're gonna play a Tortoise. Then let's see. We want to be able to overload Delayed Blast Fireball next turn, probably. I'm trying to decide if I want to leave up, if I want to play Elvish Mystic or hit them for 2 with Deathrite. It's pretty close. I think I'm actually going to play Elvish Mystic and pass. And then we have tons of power, so I mean, they could easily win this. They're probably even ahead, but they need to make another play here. If they don't have another play, then we can kill them pretty easily, assuming they attack with the World Spine Worm. They Play Dark Depths. Hopefully they just hit for 15 and pass, or play other things that died with Late Blast Fireball. We do have enough mana. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can play. We can foretell and play this. Okay, that does mean we have to chump block the Worldspine Worm, which is pretty bad. I don't think we can afford to go for the Lava Claw Reaches combo. Well, wait, can we? If we just play the Late Blast Fire Blast without overloading, we do have enough red mana. So okay, the question is, do we want to try to foretell the Late Blast Fireball or go for the combo? I think I'm gonna go for the combo, which means blocking here. And you'll see what the combo I mean in a little bit if you're not familiar with it. So let's go red, red, green, cast Delayed Blast Fireball. Then we go make red with this. They have 4 mana up, so there's something they could have, but we have an infinite power. We have an infinite 2. Like, that's the power and toughness. Infinite power, 2 toughness. We have to do, yeah. Hopefully they concede. Yeah, so this makes our land creatures get +1 power, and they take 1 less to activate. So we can pay 1. We can pay 1 to give this +1/0, but instead we can pay 0 to give it +1/0. So that makes this infinitely powerful. With I guess 3 toughness actually. All right, this is lethal. We'll just see if this goes through. Nice. Alright, so we take down game 2 against red-green. On the draw for game 3. What do we want to change, if anything? I might want to bring in the Lumberjack just for more speed. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. And I'm going to cut Beta Reunion just because it's a little bit mediocre. Or maybe Scavenging Ooze, actually. Yeah, I'll keep the card draw, cut the Scoos. That's just not really what this game is about. They're not using their graveyard too much. Alright, this is a really tempting hand. We have Once Upon a Time to dig, and then Generous End to find another land. I think I'm actually going to risk it. The upside is really high because we have this Lumberjack. So we could get like a very explosive turn 2 if we can find a couple lands, which is pretty likely here. Okay, not what we were hoping for. Once Upon a Time. Okay, I think I'm just going to take Forest. Oh wait, no, Forest doesn't let us cast our, cast everything. We don't have an untapped red-green land, that's the annoying thing. I think I'm actually going to take Badlands then. Take Badlands, play Badlands, Lumberjack. And then we can cycle Generous End for Forest next turn. Tarmogoyf, okay. Interesting draw. So we could have up to 4 mana. Could sack this to play Fable actually. Think I'm gonna hold off for this turn at least and just play the Shaman though. Pass. Alright. We can kill that with Ren. That gives us a land for the Reclaimer. Do they get Gaia's Cradle? They do. Okay, hopefully we can find another removal spell. Taking 3 here. Tarmogoyf is a little beefy. So 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Now 7 mana. We still can't go triple 3-drop though. I definitely want to take out the Finhorn Elves. So kill this. And then I actually think it's maybe better to play Sentinel than anything else here. I'm gonna go land. Grow our Sentinel. Chandra. Okay, I'm not going to put that in the graveyard, partially because I don't want to grow their Tarmogoyf. And then I'll just pass. So they still, this makes 2 mana, so they do have 4 mana. Don't love that. This is a key turn. They don't have double red, though, notably, so they can't play their dragon. Okay, that we can kill with Ren. So we can play Chandra, kill Tarmogoyf, and then Ren kill Dragon's Rage Channeler to just keep their mana down. They do have their double red now, but we're attacking their mana pretty effectively. Oh, whoops, wait. Oh, no, this is fine, yeah. So we play Chandra. Minus here. Minus here. Swing for 4. Now we're low on lands, but we're still in a good spot, I think. Hopefully we hit land off of this. Nice. And we'll pass, and we can just use the Deathrite Shaman end of turn. 5 mana, so they can play their Glorybringer, or their Goldspan Dragon, rather. We'll see which one of their things they want to kill. Or which one of our Planeswalkers they want to kill. Probably Chandra, although low-key Ren and 6 is maybe more important. They do go for the Chandra. This Sentinel of the Nameless is going to close out the game pretty quickly, though. Take out the Tarmogoyf. Gain some life, untap. Alright, let's go. We don't have a forest, but we can return one with Ren and 6. Then we just double 3-drop, I guess. So I'll play forest. Play Ren and Realmbreaker. Minus. Maybe, actually, plus might be better. Ooh, Liliana. That doesn't quite... Well, yeah, let's nail the last card out of their hand, actually. I think that is probably the right move. So Liliana plus... I think I'm just going Court of Garenbrick here. Last card was Dark Depths, okay. Oh, their thing is bigger now, but we can shrink it again. Just going to pass with the Deathrite Shaman up to take out their Dark Depths at instant speed. Oh man, they top deck something good. Gruff Triplets. 8 mana. Jeez, that's frustrating. They literally just top decked this turn. Green Suns for 7, pretty good. So they probably get Gruff triplets. And how do we beat Gruff triplets? That's going to be very hard to overcome without finding the Delayed Blast Fireball, so I guess that's our hope. Yeah, that's pretty tilting, honestly. They had one turn, and they just immediately ripped it. Taking out Liliana, okay. There's plenty of fodder for this, so I'm just going to exile their Dark Depths here. Bad draw, of course. Let's go. Do we want to minus again? No, I think I want to make them attack this, so I'm going to go XL land for red. Do we want to bring back Raucous Theater here? I think so. It does mean we don't have a... Well, actually, no. Maybe we just... Because I do kind of want to have... Yeah, I'm going to actually go for this. Just so we have more blockers. And we pass, and they actually don't have that good attacks, somehow. I mean, the dragon can keep on coming in. But if they attack with the triplets, we block 2 of them, eat and kill them. They do get one guy that will become a 9/9 then, but... And I guess that's not something to say. That's pretty bad. Weird game. I wish we had better removal. If they waited, if it had been even one turn before they top decked the Green Sun Zenith, we would have been in great shape. Okay, they're just sending in it, running Realmbreaker. Okay. Feels like that's got to be kind of a win for us if they have all these triplets that are staying back on defense. I mean, they're top decking. We're doing way more things per turn. They're just relying on one blind draw per turn. We have, like, lots of stuff going on. I mean, we have less as they fight through our Planeswalkers. Now, Goldspan Dragon has single-handedly killed 3 of our Planeswalkers. But we still have, like, Fable to loot. Then Renin 6, we can use our Deathrite Shaman. We have these map tokens. Okay, nice. They do brick this turn. Ooh. Another ooh. Let's bring back Forest. Play Forest. Play Grist. Which can kill the dragon. Blossoming Tortoise to dig for our manland. Okay, we do... I guess I'll bring back Raging Ravine. Could bring back Raucous Theater as well, but I think that's better. Let's take out this for Forest. And then take out the Goldspan Dragon. Alright, good turn. We'll pass. We have a few blockers. They have a few attackers. Yeah, I don't think attacking makes sense. I don't want to kill one of their triplets and make the other. Like, if we kill one triplet, it actually makes them have more power, not less. They don't use their Elvis Reclaimer end of turn. That's kind of funny. And they top deck a land. Okay. I think we are now firmly in the driver's seat. We'll see if they choose to attack. If they do, we can attack pretty hard on the backswing. Main phase, Desperation, Reclaimer. They get Thespian Stage, but with Dark Depths gone, it's a lot less scary. I guess they're planning on copying Raging Ravine. Okay, let's plus. Do we send in the Tortoise? I don't really want to lose the Tortoise. I think I'm just going to bring back the Raucous Theater this turn. Maybe even Basic Forest, actually. No, I'll bring back the Theater. Don't care about that. Let's map onto the Tortoise so it can beat a Gruff Triplet into combat. If it's a creature, but it's not. Okay, I think I'm just going to pass here. I don't love giving them more time, but I also don't want to kill one of their triplets. Next turn we can flip the Reflection and probably go for some sort of Alpha Strike that kills them. We also have Deathrite Shaman, which can just start draining them. Okay, they brick again. Now they've gotten unlucky. Their first draw was great, but then they had 3 bricks in a row, and they are probably in concession territory. Yep, Copperline Gorge. Pretty hard to be able to just attack on the ground through Gruff Triplets, but that's where we're at. Copy our Raging Ravine, yep. Exile Once Upon a Time, hit them for 2. Okay, how do we want to do this now? Let's copy Sentinel of the Nameless. Animate Raging Ravine and swing with everything. Maybe not everything, but a lot of things. I'll swing with everything that can beat their things in combat, and they concede. Okay. So, weird match. We're able to take on Goldspan Dragon, just sniping many of our Planeswalkers. We're 2-0. See you in the finals. Alright, we're on the draw for the finals. We rolled a 1, they rolled a 2. Not the best start there. This hand is pretty bad, but I think it is worth a keep. We have turn 2 Witherbloom Command, which is going to be a 2-for-1. This is like a more Rakdos-centric Jund hand versus our normal deck, which is more like mono-green or red-green focused. But still seems fine. We can get our black-red Surveil land and turn 2 Witherbloom Command to kill their Mox Jet and try to return our land. I don't think we want that right now. Alright, I'm going to go for it. I hope they don't have a counterspell. So Witherbloom Command, target player mills 3, destroy target permanent. So we're going to mill ourselves 3. Okay, I'm just going to bring back Badlands. Pass turn. A lot of lands there. But clean 2-for-1. Witherbloom Command is great when you're able to do that. Next turn we can just get Liliana going. Ooh. That's annoying. It's very good against Liliana. Do we still want to get Lily going? I think I'm going to play Sentinel, actually. We could also play Fable, but the thing is my hand's actually good. I don't really care about, like, I don't have a bunch of stuff I want to discard, so I'm just going to try to take the advantage on the board. If they hadn't played the staff, I would have played Liliana and started taking up. But they just have good card draw going now, so that's not really a good angle to attack them. We'll save the Delayed Blast Fireball for a good moment, because if they are playing staff, they probably have other token makers, and if they have a lot of tokens, we need a good way to clean them all up. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, so do we want to fire off the Delayed Blast Fireball now? Probably not still. I think I'm just going to go for the Tortoise. Man, no value land still. On the bright side, though, we did mill over some kind of bad cards, so I'm fine seeing those go. Stern Scolding, okay. We're pretty far ahead on mana now, and we can start attacking with the Tortoise and continue turning through our deck. Man, drawing force is bad. That's where we milled over some heat. That's a little unfortunate. Let's see. They just take it, alright. Guess I'll play Liliana in plus now. Subtlety. Don't love that. I think I'm putting this on the bottom here. And then playing Fable the Mirror Breaker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, yeah, we can, even if we don't play the land here, we can probably overload Delayed Blast Fireball next turn. The subtlety is, like, the Giver of Runes means that it won't actually kill everything, though. We're probably behind now. I think we are a bit behind. Maybe not. We still have way more stuff on board than they do. But the problem is, their like, Giver of Runes is just so tough to get through. Like, we can never really attack on the ground effectively. Maybe we should have just played Delayed Blast Fireball, take out Giver and Spirit Token when we had the chance. Walking Ballista, okay. So our goal is to get them to tap the Giver of Runes now. Dang, they attack for 3. They attack for 4, aggressive, okay. Okay, so I'm going to attack with both. Jeez. Really rough that we haven't found Lava Claw Reaches. I guess we did find Raging Ravine in our hand, but yeah, this is not looking great. We're down to 11 cards, funnily enough. They take 5. Wow. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to play Red and Minus. We're really going through a lot of our deck, but it's okay. Ooh, Minsk and Boo. Good find. For this turn, though, we're just going to play this Taps and Pass. And the next turn we can... Or we're going to make Season Pyromancer tokens. We can kill them in 2 turns, almost definitely. I don't think we can kill them next turn. So the question is, can we get 2 more turns? And the answer is probably. Time Walk. No! That's disastrous. Hopefully they attack with the Giver. Okay, I think I'm just going to fire this off, honestly. They can save one thing. They save the ballista. So then we take out the giver, the spirit, and this thing. We take 5 down to 9. And then they actually can kill us next turn. If they just put all their mana into Blessed, they have exactly lethal. That sucks. Jeez. And they ripped Time Walk off the top, too. That is painful. Alright, well, we're down a game against blue-white tempo. Just brutal. It seems like it should be an okay matchup. Time Walk is, of course, scary. But our relatively low amount of removal shouldn't hurt us too bad here. I think we're just going to run it back. Yeah, let's resubmit. Tough loss there. I thought we were in a pretty good shape. What could we have done differently? Not sure. I think we put ourselves in a position to win it. Like, there's a lot of situations in games like that are races where it comes down to one top deck, basically, and we had them in a position where if they break for one turn, we win. And even if they hit a pretty good card, we win. But they hit Time Walk, which is, like, the worst thing that could have happened. We get to be on the play for game 2. Hopefully we can just, like, curve out well and play a 3-drop quickly. Alright, let's get an explosive hand. This hand is not explosive. Can we keep a hand that has turn 3 Grist, turn 4 Minskin Boo with nothing else? I think I will keep it. It's very close, but this is like a good curve. I would not keep this on the draw, I think. And if they have their best draw, like a land mox, 2-drop on turn 1, we'll fall behind pretty quickly. But this is a good hand, especially if we draw another playable, although we don't. Gonna play Grist first. I would love for them to just do nothing or play something that's really slow. Okay, they pass. Let's just jam Grist. Days, okay. That's honestly fine. And now we want them to play like Teferi. Restoration of Igonja, that's perfect. And Days is gone, so this Minskin Boo should resolve. Nice. Oh man, this card is so good. Hit for 4 immediately. Blossoming Tortoise was a decent draw as well. They get to ramp here. Next turn we could hit them for 10 with Ren and Realmbreaker if we wanted to. Although if I can, I'll probably just sack the Boo to draw 4. This definitely is a deck, like, I mean, kind of like almost all decks, but where we want them to be responding to us. We don't have the best removal. If we're trying to answer their threats, then it's going to be a little bit more of an uphill battle. But if they're trying to respond to our threats, and all of our threats do something immediately, then we'll be in a good shape. They do get to do this little ramp thing. Okay. Minusing into open mana seems a little bit too greedy, so I'm just going to plus here. Swing. And that works. Interesting. I think I'm going to play the... Oh, they're so likely to have Subtlety up here. Yeah, I think that I have a strong feeling about Subtlety, so I'm not actually going to jam into it. Weirdly, land would be an okay thing to surveil into here. Once Upon a Time is not what we want. Now I'm just going to foretell this. And pass, playing around any counter magic. Sure. So we have lethal right now if they don't have anything. We can cast this, hit them for 5, and then attack for 7. They need to be able to deal with our boo. They have a good answer to it. Oh man, that's actually pretty rough. They take the elf? Whoa. I mean, that clearly means they have an answer to this somehow. Well, that's a combo, I guess. Let's go to combat. And they could animate this and go for the triple block. Okay, I think I'm going to leave them with the Palace Jailer. Then I'm going to play the Tortoise. Hopefully we will never land. Damn. So we have the Lava Claw Reaches combo. We also have this, which we could overload. They are the Monarch, though. I think we're a little bit behind, but it's certainly not over. Pretty happy to see that. I think I'm just going to go for this thing. Could fail, but yeah, kind of we're all in on this working, actually. If they counter this, I think we're dead. But if it works and we get to hit them and become the Monarch, get back our Elf. They might have subtlety here. Okay, we do hit land this time. Yeah. They're at 4. I think we're a little ahead now. So next turn we can play Ren and Realmbreaker and attack with one of our man lands, especially if we draw land. If they're thinking about animating the Colonnade, I advise that they change their mind. Sarah Paragon into Restoration of Iganjo. Okay, well they have to chump block with the Sarah Paragon. Oof, if they had one more mana, this would be a lot worse. Okay, great draw. So let's go land. Raging Ravine. Ren and Realmbreaker. Attack them with both, and they have to chump block here, and they go to 1. We also become the Monarch. I forgot about that, but that's pretty sweet. We'll pass, and we can just, yeah, I'm just going to draw the card first, and then we can fetch the red-black land with the Marsh Flats if we want to. They can bring back Guardian of New Benalia or Mutavault here. They choose not to, though. That's weird. Let's go! Got there. All right. Took down game 2. On the draw for game 3, they have Sarah Paragon and Restoration of Iganjo, which does make Graveyard Hate a bit better. We could play Soul Guide Lantern. Are there any cards we don't want? Bitter Reunion has just seemed consistently pretty mid. I think I'm going to play this instead. Yep, we'll run it like this. All right, baby, for all the marbles. On the draw, which is worse, of course, but... Oh, do we want to play Court of Garenbrig? Maybe Court of Garenbrig's actually not good. Yeah, I wish I was playing Sharp-Eyed Rookie instead of Court of Garenbrig. Okay, we can keep this. Interesting question of whether to play Birds on turn 1 or not. We might want to play Delayed Blast Fireball on turn 2, but we can't necessarily do that right now because we don't have an untapped red source for turn 2. Pretty happy to see them just pass. Honestly, I'm going to play Raging Ravine and pass. I don't think... If we had... Yeah, I did think there's just no real rush to get the Birds into play here. I'd rather develop my Colored Mana well. Ooh. Restoration, okay. Um, okay, I'm gonna play Soul Guide Lantern. Take that out. Play Birds of Paradise and pass turn. So do we want to sack the Soul Guide Lantern to take them off of 1 mana? I actually think I do. It's not 100% clear, but I don't think we need that card draw too badly. We have some good mana sinks already. Palace Jailer, that's not terrible. Well, actually, it is pretty bad. I was thinking we could play Ren and Realmbreaker, but we actually can't. Or we can, but we can't attack in the same turn. So we just have to play this and pass. And then they're going to flip their Restoration and have a 3/4, which blocks well. Man, Palace Jailer is so good. I think we're dead. I mean, I'm going to like, yeah, if they don't have anything else, we're good. If they like have subtlety here, I will almost just concede. Okay. Sure. Hopefully they just go for another dude and we can get a nice delayed blast fireball. That's one way we can get back into this game with a plus. Interesting. Okay, I think we need to take out this Architect. But with them still being the Monarch, this is just going to be such an uphill battle. Okay, let's, how are we even going to ever win this? I think I'm going to play Ren and 6. If they're debating subtlety on this, they should, because I will concede if it works. Now I'm going to go for the Delayed Blast Fireball. Ping. And yeah, I'm just on game plan. They have nothing here. I'm going to attack. It offers the trade with the Mutavault, which isn't great, but I do think we need to, like, playing defense is not a winning line here. Hopefully they just block with Mutavault rather than having subtlety. I don't think they have subtlety. Okay. That worked. Do not need basic mountain. Pass turn. Cathar Commando. Come on. Okay. We have Ren and Realmbreaker. Still not over. What creature is under the Palace Jailer? Birds of Paradise. That's not too helpful. So Ren down. They make a dude. We can't have them have something else. Like, I think we can still maybe beat the board. Yeah, that's what we needed to see. We draw Generous Ent. Not a good draw. Subtlety is GG. Yeah. Man, close game. But yeah, so they put this on a top or bottom. They hit us for 9. I don't think we can win from that position. They can. It's a 2-turn clock too with a Wandering Emperor. Tough game. That was just Palace Jailer. The only games we lost were to Palace Jailer, and that makes sense. That card is broken. The Monarch is a disgusting mechanic. This deck was great though. Just Jund. We had tons of accelerants to ramp into, lots of powerful planeswalkers, sticky threats, a good manland sub theme with the Blossoming Tortoise and Ren and 6 and all that. Pyromancer and Fable to draw through our deck. The one great weakness was our lack of removal, which we saw at multiple points there, outside of the Delayed Blast Fireball, and then I guess our planeswalkers. We had very little removal, so just a couple spot removal spells would have gone a long way. But still, pretty sweet league, and I love Jund. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.